Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest.
How can you sack a manager that's done what he's done? It's got to be the worst call in about 20 years.
8 games in, no wins. It was only 40 days ago that Ange Postecoglou embarked on turning Nottingham Forest from profitable pragmatists into a high-wire act.
Yes, despite being 3 points clear the relegation zone, Sean Dyche becomes the third Forest manager to leave the club this season in what has been a ridiculous campaign so far. Dyche leaves the club having won 6 and drawing 4 of his 18 games in charge, and was also nominated for Manager of the Month award as well.
Nottingham Forest is currently weathering a storm that feels like a mixture of bad luck and some very chaotic decision making from the top. After a brilliant 24-25 season where they finished in the top 7 and secured an European football, the club has hit a massive wall. Forest is on the verge of setting unwanted Premier League record of 4 permanent managers in single season. Nuno Espirito Santo was sacked in September after a fallout with owner Evangelos Marinakis. His replacement was Ange Postecoglou, who lasted only 39 days. Most recently, Sean Dyche was sacked on February 12, 2026 after just 114 days in charge. So the impact was constantly between the style from Nuno's counter-attack to Postecoglou's highline, and Sean Dyche's pragmatism has left the players looking confused and lacking an identity. Let's find out what is actually happening. So let's find out about the history of Nottingham Forest. In 1977, Forest barely scraped into the first division, finishing 3rd in the lower league under the Brian Clough and Peter Taylor. In 1978, in their first season back at the top, they stunned the world by winning English League title, finishing 7 points ahead of Liverpool. From November 1977 to December 1978, they set a then English record by going 42 consecutive league games unbeaten. They also secured League Cup in 1978, beating the European champions Liverpool in a tense reply. To conquer Europe, the club signed Trevor Francis for a record $1 million, first time that fee was ever paid. In the debut European Cup campaign in 1979, they defeated Malmo 1-0 in Munich to become the champions of the continent. Yes, you hear right, they have won Champions League too. Many call 1979 win a luck. Forest responded by reaching the final again in 1980, held at the Santiago Bernabeu. They defeated Kevin Keegan's Hamburg 1-0 to retain the European Cup, an achievement few clubs have ever repeated. The statistical miracle following this win, Forest become the only club to have more European Cups than domestic league titles. They added UEFA Super Cup in 1979 by beating FC Barcelona, cementing their place as the best team on the planet in 1980s. After years of yo-yoing between divisions following Brian Clough's retirement, Forest finished bottom at the Premier League in 1999 and began a long exile. The club was hit by 20 million debt and the collapse of TV Digital, forcing them to sell star players just to keep the lights on the city ground. In 2005, in a historic law, Forest became the first ever European Cup winners to be relegated to the 3rd tier in League One of their domestic league. They spent 3 grueling seasons in the 3rd division, eventually gaining promotion back to the championship in 2008. For the next decade, Forest became famous for bottling it, reaching the playoffs multiple times but always falling short in heartbreaking fashion. In 2021-2022, season began with Forest at the bottom of the championship with just 1 point from 7 games. Their O's stars 108 years. Manager Steve Cooper took over in September 2021 and performed a miracle, taking the team from 24th place to the playoff spot. On May 29, 2022, a Levi Colwill own goal in the playoff final gave Forest 1-0 win over Huddersfield, ending a 23-year absence from the Premier League. Upon returning, the club made headlines by signing an unprecedented 22 players in a single window to ensure they had depth to survive. As they reach in Europa League at 2025 after finishing 7th in Premier League, the owner Ivan Marinakis has been described by media this year as having main character and energy as a high pressure manager because the owner expecting more from their team. After seeing a glimpse of top 6 last year, his expectation becomes sky high. He spent over 180 million on 16 new players since the last summer, but this constant influx has prevented the team from ever gelling. Just imagine in 2024-2025 a fallout with owner and his coach Santo over the Champions League ambition led to the early exit. Engle Postecoglou then come as his sacking lasted only 39 days. His high-risk Engle ball style was disaster with the squad built to the counter-attacking, resulting in 0 wins. Sean Dyche has bought after Postecoglou's sack, but bought it the same steady ship and he lasted 140 days. He was fired 2 days ago in 0-0 draw with bottom place Wolves despite his team taking 35 shots. Currently, Vitor Pereira, the former Wolves boss, has signed to try and save them from relegation. The tactical wishbash is also important in the side. Just imagine Nuno's defensive counter-attack, which is quite similar to Mourinho. Enge's ultra-attacking and high line, which is very similar to Klopp early days. And Dyche is physical and direct. 3 different sides, and for the players, it is really tough to adjust. The squad is currently toothless. They dominate position but no idea how to score and leading them to sitting in 17 in the table. The 3 points above from the top. While they are fighting relegation at home, they have actually performed well in Europa League. Qualifying knockout rounds, they face massive tie against Fenerbahce next week. Fans are torn between the excitement of a European trophy run and the terrifying reality of the playing in championship next year. But the problem is not just about the owners. You have to understand that Nottingham Forest is not the similar type of team, very best like Manchester City, Liverpool or any other clubs. Nottingham Forest based club needs to stay in the Premier League. Like Aston Villa has already owned Champions League, Premier League. They are sustaining continuously in Premier League and now performing well in top 4. So this is something they need to understand. For the playing in the Champions League, you need to stay in Premier League and continuously performing well. You're sacking Nuno Espirito just for your owner's sake. It was a disaster decision. And for this problem, this is one of the things that is happening right now at Nottingham Forest. And the owners are absolutely here to the blame. So if they want to fix this, they need a complete dynamic changes. Owners need to calm down, don't need to give the enough pressure to the manager, let them work, build the squad at least for 2 to 3 years. And this is how Nottingham Forest come back once again.